Sorry. We start with another milestone for LeBron. 34 points in a win over the Pelicans, which saw him get to $50K for his career. Luka also had a little milestone here, 30 and 15 assists, making him the fourth Laker ever to accomplish that. LeBron, Magic, and Jerry West.
That's impressive.
They're rolling.
6 games or whatever?
So here's LeBron and Luka on LeBron's 50,000 points.
I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's a hell of a lot of points. And I'm super blessed to be able to, put that many points up in the best league in the world with the best players in the world over my career. So it's pretty special.
It's amazing. Watching him do this stuff at this age, it's just unbelievable. Like 50K points, I can't even explain how insane that is. And he might get to 70K, you never know.
Okay, your reaction to the milestone.
It'll never be done again. You're going to need a guy. If a guy had Michael Jordan's career scoring average, regular season and playoffs.
Which is the best ever.
Which is the best ever, which is why I picked Jordan. Yep. You have to play 90 games a year, every single year, for 19 seasons. So it'll just never be done again. You could also do it the way
that's including playoffs.
That's why I said 90. Right. Yeah.
Right.
We won't ever see 20 great years from a player again. I don't believe. LeBron James in year 2 at age 20 was second team All-NBA, close to first team All-NBA, and LeBron James in year 22 at age 40 is likely going to be second team All-NBA, close to, and first team All-NBA.
Yeah,
so we'll never see it again. And this is, to me, the important distinction. It is not compiling. It is continued excellence. And that, to me, does matter. If LeBron just somehow had a Nolan Ryan-esque longevity. Nolan Ryan, I think, pitched till he was like 46.
He has pretty much.
No, but I'm saying
the equivalent.
Right, but was averaging 15 a game. Was a good, but just a good player and the best old player ever. But that's not what it is. He is.
Kareem's was kind of like
Kareem at the end
even though he still was big in the playoffs.
Kareem at the end was like that, and instead, LeBron, since February 1st, the NBA just said it, and I agree with them, has been the best player in the league. He's not the best player in the league, but for the last month, he's been the best player in the league while he's doing this. So we'll just never see something like this again.
No, it's incredible. Look, there's a lot of GOAT talk going around. We'll get to that with Shaq. But LeBron's GOAT argument to me is the longevity. And this is just another notch in that belt for him. These stats, obviously the scoring record in the regular season, this is almost 6,000 more points than anyone else. Second is Kareem with just over 44,000. So he'll be more than 6,000 ahead of Kareem. And it's 10,000 more, or close to 10,000 more than everybody else except I can't think of who's third.
I'll show it to you.
Yeah,
but MJ and Kobe were both around 38,000.
Somebody's at 41. Karl Malone
is at 41.
So other than Karl Malone and Kareem is 10,000 points ahead of everybody else. And this is a guy that wasn't, his calling card wasn't, I'm a scorer.
Right.
And so it's incredible.
I think I agree.
So you don't care about, this is a weird thing with you.
What?
So here's the thing, because I will support Wildes, but in this regard, Wildes actually really likes and appreciates LeBron James, the statesman,
yes,
the NBA ambassador,
yes,
legitimately all of that. LeBron Wildes also, tell me if I'm wrong, simultaneously thinks this is close to meaningless. And you even did it in the setup. You were like, we're all going to congratulate LeBron James.
It is worthy. Here's the thing. I have two, what you might think, conflicting views on this.
Sure.
It is at the same time amazing, and I appreciate it. And I do believe it. So it's like, can you believe it? The answer is yes. Yes, I believed it at 40,000. I continue to believe it, and it's hard to get me riled up. I have what everyone says they want me to do, appreciate LeBron. I have crossed that threshold. I am there. I think he is still great. I think it is amazing. But I think it's like, I want to talk about LeBron and the Lakers in the presence and not be so like.
Well, I think, listen, luckily.
Like stopping down all the time. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of just.
Here's what I think.
Grind to a narrative halt every time we do this.
I think it's just because I think you're feeling that way. And then let me show a few graphics and we can do what you want the conversation to be.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because people care about big round numbers.
Yeah.
And he crossed 40,000 regular season and 50,000 career in the last 2 months. So I understand your point might be it feels like we're having the same conversation twice.
Yes.
And a year ago or a year and a half ago, he passed Kareem.
Stop the game. Let's do it again.
You know what I mean? Which all feels like similar conversations. But 50,000, and this is what I want to show before we move on just quickly. Those 5 guys you mentioned, and this was my point about continued excellence, what types of players they were when they hit their last 1,000-point threshold. You know what I mean? So Michael, who's in 5th all time, if we can put it up there, Dust. Michael was a wizard, 20 points per game, 44.5%, and that was the best old guy season we'd ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
By far. Kobe, when he got his 39,000th point, which was his last threshold, 17 points, and was a 36% guy and just a drastically different player post Achilles. Karl Malone, when he got his 41,000th point, which is where it ended. His 1 year with the Lakers when he was really the only not great year other than his rookie year of his career. And then Kareem, who you mentioned before, was just when he got to 44,000. For LeBron to be 6,000 clear of everybody while it looking like that is the part that was, I think, incomprehensible as recently as 3 years ago. You know what I like? When we started being in the afternoons together, if I'd have said the year LeBron turns 40, he's going to be a legitimate MVP ballot guy, first team All NBA guy for a team that could win the championship, nobody would have.
Well, and to be quite honest, he's playing better than he was playing a few years ago.
Correct.
Yes.
He really is. So
yeah.
he's. Shout out to Mike Mancias, his trainer. He got him ready.
He's playing great, and I don't mean to downplay it, but it's hard to get me riled up with the wow factor because I'm just continually wowed all the time.
I think that's fair.
In terms of longevity, he's the Tom Brady of the NBA.
So that's
because Brady was putting up great numbers basically until he retired.
And I think the biggest compliment to Brady, which is the biggest compliment to LeBron as well, is that we didn't celebrate Brady all the time. It was just like Brady's on a run, Brady's trying to make the playoffs, Brady's trying to win a championship.
We did. When he broke through, I remember.
I know, but he didn't break a record.
But the fact
he just got a milestone.
Didn't he finish second in the MVP to Rodgers one year?
His second.
And I thought he should have won it.
Yeah,
that
the
was
year
the Super Bowl
after they won. No, the year after they won the Super Bowl.
So at that point, he's what, 42, 43?
Yeah, it was.
To your point, we weren't like, wow, 43 is the second.
It was 44, I think. It was the year after they won the Super Bowls when he finished second.
It's like he's cooking. So, all right, so we'll talk about the game now. Brewer, are you surprised that the Lakers are this good and Luka and LeBron have gelled so quickly?